All right, welcome to the Degenerate Gamblers. Degenerate Gamblers. Gamblers with a lot of problems. Gamblers that bet on everything. How you guys doing, man? I'm live here with my man Steve Valente. How you doing, Steve?
Howie, I'm cold as ice. I was hot as the sun last weekend, and this week, games like we were just talking about last night. Ohio State, 10-point favorites, lose by 20 at home. Like, what's going on?
I mean, I started out the night last night racking my favorite team, who I bet all the time, Binghamton. Of course, they cover easily.
The Bing.
They covered.
Yep.
Then I toss in a parlay, and I got it right here, along with a few of them. But I have a UMass Lowell money line, bang, hits. Vermont money line, underdogs, they win outright. Maryland minus 6.5. Maryland always takes care of business. They've been throttling teams.
Throttling teams, Howie. They're a wagon right now.
Yeah, they are. Down low, they have a couple NBA guys down low that are going to be successful. Then I got Ohio State. Ohio State's playing at home.
Oh.
Playing one of the worst teams in the country.
Mm-hmm.
In Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that game, and I'm like, there should be an investigation because the missed layups, the turnovers, the stupid foul. You can't play any worse than Ohio State plays.
I had to shut it off. I'm like, there's no way they were even going to turn this around. And they didn't.
They got down by 20 early. They lost 70-49. It looked like a team that just lost on purpose. I'm sorry. They did. They looked terrible.
Terrible.
feet in 10. You just sealed your fate to a good NIT tournament.
Nice.
To make it.
Exactly.
I mean, look, let's call it what it is. The Big Ten is down. They're not good this year, the Big Ten. You have Michigan State, Michigan, who actually plays tonight. We'll get into that later.
Mm-hmm.
Maryland, probably the best team in the Big Ten, in my opinion. And I see 5, maybe 6 teams getting into the tourney from the Big Ten. Like the ACC, no more than 6 is getting in the ACC tournament.
I don't even know if ACC gets 6 in this year, Howie, which is crazy to say. You got Duke and you got Clemson are definites. Wake is probably going to get in, right? And then what? North Carolina?
Yeah, they're looking in. I mean, you look at the Big Ten and the teams that I like, the teams that can go into that tournament and beat anyone. Michigan, if they played the best game of their lives. Michigan State, Wisconsin, Maryland.
Wisconsin and Maryland are probably the two best teams in the Big Ten right now. Then you always got to look out for a Tom Izzo-led team in Michigan State. They're playing decent ball right now, so they're going to be relevant. And then after that, it just kind of falls off to mediocrity.
No, I think Purdue's going to get shelled early by some mid-major. It's not the Purdue team of past. But let's get into, last night. So that was a nightmare. I mean, I had Vermont, and Vermont's a team that I said earlier this year, I said it on here, it's not the normal Vermont team. They've rolled off. They've covered the last 5 games rolled. They're playing well.
Yep.
They won last night. It's a team you got to look at because out of that, American East, it's between them, Lowell, a couple others, but, they're probably the team to beat again. That's what it's looking like. But let's get into tonight. There's some...
Howie, I'm fired up. I've been waiting all week for your Ivy League plays. I want some Ivy League.
We're going to start right off, though, with a good Big East game.
Okay.
We got Marquette going to Villanova, who's one of those teams fighting to still get in this thing. Villanova's at home, plus 2 points. They're 4-1 against the spread their last 5. Marquette's not playing great ball. I like Nova at home tonight because that place is going to be packed out.
Mm-hmm.
A big game. I think Nova wins this game tonight. I don't know.
And I looked at it, and the line just it doesn't really give you much to lean on. 1.5 points, you're basically picking the money line either way if you go with either team. Nova's at home. The only thing that I will say scares me about Villanova is coming off the way they lost to UConn the other night. They were up in that game. I think they're up 14 at one point in that game. Wound up losing at UConn. So it's just, to me, it's a stay away game for these two Big East teams. Nova's tough at home. You said they've been covering 4 out of their last 5. Hard to not take them at home, but I don't have a play on this game.
Yeah, I like Nova.
Getting points at home too, Howie.
I like them. I think they can win this game tonight.
Yeah.
I think if I was going to be it's in Philly. I think they can win. Another game I like tonight, and this is a little bizarre when you go to the A10, you have Dayton on the road, -2, at Loyola of Chicago, who play
Flyers.
They're 4-1 against the spread. I like Loyola of Chicago at home.
Is Sister Jean going to be there, you think?
She's 110, 190. She's Loyola, yeah.
She's loyal, or loyal at Chicago.
I was there this summer. I walked by that campus. Whew. I can't say it's a nice campus. It's downtown, yeah.
Did you check out Sister Jean, get her a little action?
I didn't see her, man. I didn't see her kicking around. She's like 172. God bless her, man. She's into that. She loves that team.
God,
it says runs in the past.
Howie, they're 7-3 in their last 10.
I love it.
Loyal Chicago, the old fighting Sister Jeans.
Yeah. Then we get. Let's go to the Ivy League because tonight.
Well, I'm waiting for it. Let's go.
We have Columbia +5 on the road to Brown. Brown is 4-1 against the spread their last 5. I love Brown. I love them at home. They have a good team, good guards. I think Brown wins by 9-10 points tonight. And Columbia has to turn around tomorrow and go to Yale. This is a bad weekend for Columbia.
Bad weekend to be a Lion.
Yeah, they're in trouble. I think they go
2-7 on the road, Howie, against the number.
Yeah, they get out of the Upper West Side of New York and they can't win. So I like Brown laying the points tonight. Then we get into another game I like. I like Cornell's +9.5 at Yale. Yale's another one. 4-1 against the spread last 5. I can't bet against Yale. Yale's a juggernaut. Yale is the team out of that Ivy League that will upset somebody in that first game.
They got to get there, and if they do, they're going to be tough like they always are.
I like them.
7-2. 7-2 against the number at home this year.
Yeah, I like them.
Is Cornell really Ivy League? Really?
I had friends that went there, and they would go and they'd major in milking cows.
Yes.
Cow milking, and they have another buddy of mine. He graduated from Cornell's hotel management school.
Yes.
He ran at Applebee's for 15 years. I just was like, wow.
Nothing better than a Crapplebee's on a Friday night, Howie.
Yeah. That's what he did. But they have an actual hotel on the campus. These kids intern at. I don't know. But yeah, Cornell is in trouble tonight. They go to Yale. Yale's probably going to smack them. Then we got the road team. I got an underdog pick tonight. I like Dartmouth +1 playing at Penn. I like Dartmouth to win that game. They play well on the road. They're 4-1 against the spread their last 5. I like Dartmouth tonight.
Howie, the only thing I look at that game, you're 12-10 going up against a 6-16 team. You're 6-16 and you're laying points against anybody, and you haven't won since Christmas. Fuck's going on there?
It's shady. They're thinking Penn has that home court advantage.
Dartmouth
smacks them. I like Dartmouth tonight +1.
Yeah, I'm with you. Dartmouth's been a covering machine too.
Yep.
10-3 as a dog, 8-3 away to 8-2 in their last 10. Let's go. What are they? The green what? Green.
Yeah, I like them.
Big green.
We go to the MAC. Of course, this is a game I'm all over because you have Niagara going to Siena tonight, +6.5 at Siena. Siena's 12-14 this year, but they're 16-9-1 against the line. I love Siena in this spot tonight, playing a Niagara team who hasn't been that great lately. They started off the year looking good, not playing well. Siena is playing well. Siena's one of those teams, they win the MAC conference, and they're probably going to get into the tournament with a losing record. We've done it before.
Yeah, it could happen. 8-2 in their last 10, Howie. I'm just dishing them out today.
Let's keep ripping, man. Final game tonight. This is for a Friday night game. When's the last time we saw Michigan State go to Michigan? This is a Friday night game.
Fox wants a little primetime action.
Yeah, and this is a good one. You got both teams. These teams are going to make the tournament. Michigan State is a +3 underdog at Michigan. And I'm going to lay a little wood on this game, man, because Michigan is 1-4 against the spread last 5. Michigan State's 3-1-1. They look like they're starting to figure things out. They smacked Illinois. I like Izzy going into Michigan. I like Sparty tonight.
I'm with you. I'm not betting against them tonight. Friday night game. Michigan has been in a lot of close games lately. Basically, no more than a 5-point game in each of their last 5 games. The outcome, the winner is not won by more than 4 points. I'm with you. I'm with Sparty right here. Michigan's a team that they've been winning, but they haven't been covering. 2-10. 2-8.
Michigan to win.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would take a money line. You can keep your points. I'll take a money line.
I like it.
+130, Howie. +130 money line. Sparty on the road. Friday Night Lights.
I'm all over it. I like
With you.
The spot.
With you.
We open up tomorrow, Saturday. Huge slate as always. One huge game we'll get to, but we start off anew with a game I like. Florida State, 16-10, going to Louisville, one of the bright spots in the ACC. Louisville has a good team. They've turned it around.
That's a team that'll make the tournament, Howie. They're
20-6.
Yep.
I don't know what I figure Louisville's probably going to be laying maybe 9.5, 10, maybe 11. I tend to like Louisville in this spot. I think they probably blow Florida State out. Florida State's done Hamilton's last year.
Mm-hmm.
On the road. Louisville's got a good squad. I like him off the bat. Then we got this one. This is an interesting game. You have Oregon, the Big Ten. Oregon's that team that's fighting to get in this tournament. They're going to need to go on a little run here. But, of course, they got to go to Wisconsin.
This ain't the team you're going to want to be facing to start that run.
Yeah, and Wisconsin's my team. They're 5-0 against the spread, last 5.
8-2 in their last 10, Howie.
Yeah, I can't bet against Wisconsin in this spot. I think they smack the shit out of Oregon.
I'll tell you what, Howie. I bet this is a +10, or -10, more than 10-point spread. This game's going to be in Whiskey early on. You got a West Coast team, so it's 9 o'clock in their head, right? Or 10 o'clock because is Wisconsin Central Time? Who gives a shit? It's going to be early for the Ducks. Let's put it this way. And it's probably going to be an early day. They're going to spend the rest of their Saturdays figure out why they got their dicks blown off against Whiskey.
Yeah, this could be a 20-point game. Another game at new. TCU goes to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's 4-0-1 against the spread in the last 5. I can't bet against Cincinnati. They're at home. They have to win. They need to go on a run here.
Yeah.
To have any shot. TCU's not good.
They did cover the other night against Texas Tech. Bit me in the ass.
Yeah, they did cover that game.
They won, actually.
Here's another game I'm not touching. I don't like it. And
I know what you're going to say.
Tennessee's going to Texas A&M. I have no idea on this.
No fucking clue.
Because these teams are bipolar opposites. Tennessee's going to try to slow this thing down, get the ball down inside, and Texas A&M's going to try to run.
If it's anything over 130, I'll take the under.
Yeah.
130 and over, I'll take the under. I just think both of these teams like to play defense. I said it last week. Texas A&M likes to lock you down. You've said it for the last month. Tennessee will lock you down. They've shown it against big teams like Florida and Auburn in the SEC this year. But A&M was a team I told you last Friday I was going to get behind them, and then they go and lay an egg the other night against Mississippi State. Got slapped. Went on the road, got slapped. So I can't figure it out. I'm going to stay away probably look at the under in this one on Saturday.
That's a good call. You guys listed. Pay attention. You didn't pick a side. He's got the under in the Tennessee Texas A&M game. Listen, if you like what you hear here, hit the like button. Go to Howie Dewey on YouTube. Go to Whop.com. Look at Degenerate Gamblers. You got to join our Discord. We had guys join yesterday. We got guys all over the country. Good points of view. We're betting live games. We're killing it right now. If you want to win your office pool, you got to join.
All times, day and night, Howie. There's content there. Gambling content.
Another game I'm going to give right now. Not a huge game. Atlantic 10 game. Richmond, who's absolutely terrible, goes to St. Joe's tomorrow. St. Joe's is 4-1 against the spread. They're playing Hull. Look for them to blow Richmond out. Richmond is bad. This team to lose by 30 tomorrow in that game. Speaking of Mississippi State, Steve, 1 o'clock, you got Mississippi State going to Oklahoma, who is 0-5 against the spread. I don't see how they get in the tournament. Even
Stink.
I mean, how do you not bet Mississippi State regardless of what the line is there?
Right. Oklahoma stinks of late. I mean, they've been getting just smacked. I mean, they lost LSU, Howie.
I mean, 0-5.
Yeah.
Their last 5 games.
Terrible.
Then we get a 2 o'clock game here. I'm giving you guys it could be my best bet of the week right here. We go to the America East. We have Maine, the Black Bears. Right now, you're like, what are you even? These are the small games that have kept me alive this year.
Yeah.
The Black Bears are playing my covering machine, Binghamton, in that cesspool of a city, Binghamton, New York.
Real shithole.
8-0 against the spread their last 8 games. They've covered all 8. Look for them to possibly they could be an underdog in this. Maine is decent. They're coming in. This line's going to be very close, I think. And I think I've kept Binghamton wins the game. Binghamton could possibly win this. You may see them in the tournament if they win their tournament. They're playing well.
They're playing well, Howie. Covering machine. Listen, good teams win, great teams cover. That's it. It's the name of the game.
That's right. So there you go. I just gave you one. So that would be, hit the like button, join Howie Dewey on YouTube, join the Degenerate Gamblers on Whop, and bet Binghamton tomorrow.
Take the bing.
Then we got another one. This is one that's interesting. Penn State, who is terrible. Of course, who did they beat? They beat Nebraska the other night by 20 when I bet Nebraska. I mean, that's an Ohio State Northwestern game that made no sense.
No sense. Zero.
They're 1-4 against the line in their last 5. They covered against Nebraska, of course. They go to Minnesota tomorrow, and I could see Minnesota blowing them out. Minnesota played well. That's a team that went on the road last week. Who'd they beat? UCLA?
Beat UCLA on Sunday. Beat UCLA Sunday, and then they beat USC, which USC hasn't been beating anybody. But, tough win against I think they were 13.5-point dogs, wound up winning the game outright. So they're just Big Ten. They're a prototypical Big Ten team this year. You can't figure them out, but they are 7-3 in their last 10 against the number. So good game to look at. See what the line might be. Make sure you're getting on the Discord on Saturday. See what we're betting.
Yeah, you got to see what we're doing because we do make a lot of live moves, halftime, third quarter. Look, this next game is the game of the week. This is the game of the week. I can't wait to watch it. Iowa State, who I bet quite a bit this year, is playing at Houston, who I bet just about every week.
Howie, 2 teams that you're probably going to be looking at to have a good shot at making deep runs in March Madness this year.
In this line, Houston, you might see -3.5, maybe -4. I'm going to take Houston money line with some things. I can tell you, I don't know what the line is, but it's going to be fairly low. This is going to be a good game because you got 4 guards that just match up. These guys rebound. They play D. This is going to be a good game. I can't wait to watch this game. I will have some money on Houston money line.
I'm with you. Yeah, Iowa State is a team I told you I wasn't going to get behind. Going into March Madness, probably leave them off of my my bracket pools there. Houston is a team I will get behind. Kelvin Sampson always scares me in the tournament, but man, how you've been saying it, guard play is going to get it done this year, and they've got the guards to do it. So I'm with you on Houston there.
Houston could win the national championship. I'll say
100%. 100%.
They have the team to win the whole chip. They could have won it last year if their best player doesn't basically break his ankle against Duke.
If they get out of the first round, Howie, they're a team that you're going to see in the Final Four. And I'm just saying,
like, to run deep this year, Florida. There's a few teams in the SEC, Florida, Tennessee. There's a few more.
Auburn.
Obviously, favorite.
Howie, I looked at it. I didn't know this about Auburn. I know it's a game we're going to get into here, but Auburn, they played the other night. Who'd they win? Now, Arkansas beat them by 7 or 8 at home. Close game. Arkansas covered. But Howie, Auburn played 8 guys. 7 of those 8 guys are all seniors. The only guy that isn't a senior is your boy Pettiford that you talked about, the freshman. Everybody else is a senior.
Yeah. And they're 23, 24-year-old.
Grown-ass men.
Like St. John. Yes. It's about 6 teams are kind of in. You're going to have grown men just beating the piss out of each other on the court. And Pettiford is an NBA probably first-round pick if he goes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of a better guard in the country. He can do it all. That's why they're in contention to win it. But Houston's a team that definitely could. Look, here's a game I'm bringing up. These two teams are not very good. But if you want to make some money, look at this stat. Pittsburgh's going to Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, this Notre Dame program has quit. I think they've quit. They don't even want to play anymore.
Listen, the coach told us last week he had to throw a temper tantrum during the press conference saying, "Oh, you remember this date, yada, yada, yada." What'd you say, Howie? See you later.
Yeah, they're done. Yeah,
see ya.
He's done.
Yep.
He's scored already.
Done.
Notre Dame's 0-5 against the spread their last 5. They're not coming close. And Pitt is not good, but they play tough. They run. They will play D. They'll show up. Mm-hmm. I think probably goes in and blows them out again.
Yep. Yeah, what did they played? They haven't played yet this year, so this is their first matchup this year. But I'm with you. I'm going to back Pitt, even though their coach is Jeff Capel, a Dookie.
Yeah. 3:30, you got Mississippi going to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's back at home. They're not spread at home. I don't see how you can't bet Vandy against Mississippi because they're at home. Mississippi is a team that, they've been up and down. Mississippi State beat them. I think Vanderbilt, after that loss to Kentucky where they played terrible, probably comes home and gets it done. I don't know. That's my own opinion.
Ole Miss has been a roller coaster all year long. Roller coaster all year. They're 3-7 in their last 10 against the number. Like you said earlier in the week, Vandy is a tough place to go in and play. Kentucky beat them the other night, but Vandy's a tough place to play. So that's a stay away game for me because I don't know.
I'm bringing up. This is a game I know you're all over. I know where you're going with this, but you got 2 of the best teams in the ACC, Clemson at SMU. The Mustangs, let's just say off the bat, Clemson's 6-3 against the spread on the road. I know where you're going on this game.
Give me the Tigers, baby. Give me the Tigers. I told you I'll be dick riding them the rest of the year.
And I like them in this spot. I like them because this is a big game. Both these teams have 20 wins. Clemson's on the road. 6-3 against the line on the. I can't bet against Clemson here.
No, I'm with you on Clemson. Clemson hasn't had a tough matchup since Louisville back at the end of January. Everybody else has kind of just been cupcakes. So you might look at a team like SMU right now and go, okay, they'll probably get it done here at home on a Saturday. Nope, not so fast, my friends. Give me the old Lee Corso line there, Howie. Give me the Tigers, senior-laden team. I love them.
We have a couple other games right there. Virginia's at North Carolina. don't have anything on that.
Fuck them.
Oklahoma State at Kansas. More, they probably should get ousted from this turn the way they're going to play.
How they lost by 34 to the Mormons.
Terrible.
Horrible.
I'll give you one game at 4 o'clock. I do like this. Is kind of wild. You got Baylor going to Colorado. The Buffaloes are 4-1 against the line in their last 4. They win 4. 1-4 against that. I'll take Colorado at home all day, and they maybe get a point or two.
Well, give me some higher altitude, Howie. Give me a little higher altitude there in Boulder. And Baylor's 1-10 on the road this year against the number. Probably going to be favored. Take the points and roll with the Buffs.
Yeah, I think that's a good money-making opportunity, that game.
I agree.
Then you roll right to 4:30 with some more moneymakers.
Moneymakers.
University of Vermont Catamounts, 5-0 against the line. One last night covered for us. S. Lowell, who has not been the team they were supposed to be this year. They're 2-3 against the line in the last 5. You got UVM at home. They're beating everybody at home. I love that game tomorrow. I love that game.
How you skipped a 4 o'clock, a team we just mentioned, Auburn. Auburn's playing Georgia. Yes. Yeah, I know you like talking about the Bulldogs when they're home and when they're away, you know what you're expecting, right?
Listen, that
look out.
Auburn minus 19.5.
At least, right? Yep.
And I'll take Auburn all day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they
all day.
5.
Kill them. Blowout city. Georgia's 1-7 on the road this year against the number, Howie.
Right. And they've been turning the ball over. Like they have. They're losing at home. This team's in trouble. I don't think they're, originally, I think last week, who was it, Ken Palm or one of these other ass clowns had them in the tournament. Either that's who gets in the tournament. Yeah, fucking Ken Palm.
No way. Howie, how do you, so I subscribe to Ken Palm, right? It's like he picks games. He picks a spread. Like he just, Kansas State by 3.5. They're laying 3.5. Like, yeah, thanks a lot, Ken. Like he picks favorites and he picks them to win by the spread.
Yeah, he came up with his amazing pomegranate system a few years ago. It's kind of like no shit, Ken. Yep.
Yeah.
Duke's probably gonna be at 1 or 2 seed. Good job there, buddy. Now, him and I have more respect for
Joel Lenardi.
And he's a clown too.
Yes. Goofy looking fuck.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, I do like Auburn to probably roll Georgia tomorrow. We have some good games tomorrow. 6 o'clock's a big one because you got Boise State at Nevada. Boise State, 8-2 against the line in their last 10, but they have to play in Nevada. Nevada's going to be a favorite here. I'll probably stay away from that game. I don't like the game. I'm just looking at it, and I like Boise at home. I don't like them on the road. That's going to come down to who wins that tournament, who gets in. You got basically New Mexico, and San Diego State in that.
What time's that game, Howie?
6 o'clock.
Why can't I find it? Because Boise's been a team that's been on my radar, a little under the radar team. Here we go. They've been playing well. 7-3 in their last 10 against the number, Howie.
We have a couple other Ivy League games here, money makers. You got to join. You got to join Whop.com, join the Degenerate Gamers, join the Discord. We'll give those out to you tomorrow. 6 o'clock, you got Kentucky at Alabama. It looks to me like these guards could be playing. They could be back. Kentucky looked good the other day without him against Vanderbilt. And they got
and Bama did not look good.
They got to go to Alabama, who just got spanked by Missouri. And we were all over Missouri because Missouri is one of my favorite teams. I don't know. I'm not sold on UK not going in there kicking Alabama's ass. Alabama has not been playing well. Just got sacked by Missouri. If UK gets Butler back, this could be a good ball game.
Yeah. I mean, these Alabama games have been just the over-unders have been over 160 every game that I can see here in recent memory. So I don't know, look for a very high over-under for this one.
Yeah, UK Bama. Yeah, this would be a good game. I'd see UK. I kind of point towards them to win. Then we have another one. We got Florida going to LSU. You know that line's going to be huge. 17, 18, 19. Florida just smacked Mississippi State and Auburn on the road. They're 5-0 against the spread their last 5. How do you not bet Florida?
They're looking really tough right now, Howie. They're a team that, man, they're going to be tough to beat. And we're talking about the SEC. They're not playing some cupcake schedule here. You know, they've got quad one game after quad one game, and they're just going home on the road, just beating the bags off of teams.
They're winning it. Yeah, that's why I like this team.
Yeah,
Houston. They don't care where they play, or Missouri.
No.
They don't play. They just show up and get the job done. 8 o'clock, we got a weird game tomorrow night. We got Illinois going to Duke. I see bad things for Illinois.
Yeah, but what a Big Ten ACC matchup this late in the season? What's that all about?
I don't know. I looked at that and I'm like, am I reading?
Saw it. I saw it this morning. I'm going, huh? Right now?
I know. It's bizarre. Duke should beat them.
Howie, it might be a touchdown, 2-touchdown spread, though. You know, you're probably looking at 13.5, 14 for that line.
You make a good point. That line's could be too high. Yeah.
Going into Cameron Indoor, you know, these Big Ten teams that haven't done it, it's a place where, you know, they might be shell-shocked, especially first half. Look at Duke. Look at maybe a 6.5, 7 Duke first half. See what you can get there.
Good point. Another game that jumped out at me. You got Missouri at 8 o'clock tomorrow night going to Arkansas. Arkansas just played Auburn tough, lost to them by 8, 7, 8 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Missouri's going to Arkansas. Look for them. I would think they'd be a small favorite. They're 8-2 against the line in the last 10 games. But Arkansas is at home, and Arkansas has good players. This could be a 1-2 point game.
Yeah. And the line might tell us. The line will probably, Vegas might help us out a little bit on this game. So
let's know.
Again, Howie, Scry.
You see Arkansas as a short favorite, you got to be like, whoa.
At home? Right.
Last game tomorrow night, or one of the last games, you got 18-8 BYU at 18-8 Arizona. These teams are both fighting to get in. BYU 3-2 against the Lions. They just smacked. Who did BYU just blew out? Kansas.
Kansas beat the bags off them. Arizona's been a covered machine.
Yeah.
Talked about them.
And they're better at home.
Yep.
So, you know, one would think Arizona could take care of business. I'm certainly going to look at that line before I do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you a weird one. Last game tomorrow night. This is a money-making game. You got Colorado State. The Rams going to UNLV. Colorado State, I think they're 17-10, but they cover. UNLV is
17-9.
Yeah, UNLV is one of these teams. They don't play great at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's UNLV. It's not the 90s where Tark was, you had every great player in the world playing there. UNLV doesn't get great home crowds.
Nope.
Play well. I tend to go with the road team in this one.
6-9 at home this year against the number. Got to see what the line is. Just, if it's 3.5, you got to jump all over Colorado State on the road in this game. Howie, I got a covering machine to finish this one up for me. University, it's a team that is on no one's radar, but it's UC San Diego. Howie, the Tritons. They're the Tritons. I don't know if you knew that. Howie, they've been covering machines. They're the best team against the number in Division I this year. Covered the other night. 9-1 in their last 10. 9-3 at home. Give me San Diego. Give me them big against Hawaii. Hawaii traveling over to play them. I like it. I like San Diego.
So San Diego is UC San Diego is a covering machine. I'm glad you brought that up, brother, because late night, we're always looking for late night, always
Late night action.
midnight.
Maybe that game to get you home, right? You really turn things around for the whole weekend.
That's what we do here at the Degenerate Gamblers. That's right, maybe. We play bingo with the bandits. We're playing back rack. We're betting NBA. Betting basketball. Yeah, we're going crazy, but I like it. San Diego, UC San Diego. But so listen, that's what we have. We just gave you a slew of games. It starts tonight. We're getting into this. Look, you want to win your office pool? Join the Degenerate Gamblers. Go to whop.com, Degenerate Gamblers. Follow me on Howie Dewey. YouTube. Hit the like button. Steve and I are going to be here all throughout this tournament. We'll be putting out a betting guide going into the tournament. We're just going to keep cranking. All right.
Have a weekend.
Let's do it.